Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel for a brand new video, or welcome if you're new. In today's video I have 8 starter tips for virtual families communities. I saw this pop up the other day and I was like, it's the perfect time to create a starter tips video or a how to play virtual families communities video. So I'm going to show you guys 8 tips on the basics of how to play this game. So let's get into today's video. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is food and groceries. So you're probably wondering, how do I get them food? They have to eat to survive, right? So here's the thing. You don't have to get them food at all in this game, as far as right now when I'm recording this in 2025. So the only thing they need to have is money so that they can buy food, and they will buy food on their own. So as long as you don't overspend and leave them with $0, they will have enough money to buy themselves food and eat while you're off of the game. Well, also while you're playing, because they'll need to eat while you're playing as well if they get hungry. So yeah, you don't have to buy them food as of right now. I hope they do add an option to buy groceries, because I always found it fun buying my little family's groceries and taking care of them in the other virtual families games. So I hope they do add that, but as of right now, you don't have to. This second tip I'm going to be talking about, and the second thing I'm going to be talking about, is your community and how to upgrade your house. So when you start off, you'll be in a community with a very small house, and you can go and see your community by clicking the button up in the top left of your screen, and this will take you over to your community. Mine will look different. If you are just starting out, mine will look different than yours, but I will tell you how you can get... oh, that's not good. Oh, it looks like my game is glitching really bad. That's odd. So let me restart this. Alright, so while you're in your community, there will be little notifications with hammers on them, and you can tap on those and assign your people to work on these tasks. These tasks will take quite a while, but the more people you have in your community working on the same tasks, the sooner the task will get done. So what I was doing back when I was still upgrading my community is I would go on to one of the tasks and assign my people to it, and then make sure they are assigned to a task before I got off the game. Then they would spend their time working on that task while I was off of the game, and when I would come back, sometimes they would be done with the task. And I feel like that is the easiest way to get tasks done in your community. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. And once all the tasks are done in each community, you'll be able to move on to the next one and the next one, and you'll be able to upgrade your house and your community. So now we're going to be talking about the inside of the community. This is still the second part of the video, but still. When you're in your community, you'll have your own space to decorate. And this space is kind of like, well, it's a community space. So everybody who is in your game will be able to go ahead and decorate their own space, and everybody, all of the families, can share this community space. So basically, when you have a community or you're in a community, you'll either have random players, or you can make your own community by doing this, going to community, and then you can create a private community. You can also join other communities as well if you would rather do that. If you create your own community, you can have your friends or random people join you. It's up to you. You can either put on applications and tell your friends to join, or you can have random people join your community as well if you would rather have that. So then you will have different players in your community, and they will be able to decorate however they want, and you will also have their little people in the community as well. Now, I don't think that anybody's little people go to each other's houses, but they do go to the community spaces together and interact with the items. As you can see, my 2 people are here in my little space, but there's also another player's character in here as well. So this way, you and your friends or other people can play the game kind of together. You'll have your own space to decorate, they'll have their own space to decorate, and your little families can hang out together. I hope I'm explaining this well enough. I'm not the best at explaining things, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. We are going to be now moving on to tip number 3, which is going to be about illness. So if your people get sick, this is what you need to do. There are two ways to figure out if your people are sick. So when you first log on to the game, you will have a game report, and sometimes it will tell you if they are sick or if anything has happened while you're away. And you can also see by going into the details page by clicking on their little avatar down at the bottom of the screen. On the left, kind of towards the middle, I'll put an arrow so you guys can see where that is. And as you can see, there is this little spot over here that says sickness symptoms, and he has none, she has none. But if they are sick, you need to go to this little heart with a cross right here and say give medicine, and you can have them take medicine, go to their doctor, or visit the hospital. So just use your best judgment and what you think they need to do, and sometimes the thing works and sometimes it doesn't, and they'll have to say, here's an example, I give my person medicine and they still have sickness symptoms, I'll send them to the hospital instead and see if that will work. And if that doesn't, then the last choice is only the doctor. But just use your best judgment and try to figure out what you think they need. But if they are still sick, you do have to give them another option because you don't want them to die from illness. So make sure that you send them to the doctor, give them medicine, or send them to the hospital if they are feeling sick. But as far as I know, there's not really a certain way to tell which thing they need as of right now that I know of. If you guys know a way, if you played this game and you know a way to figure out if they need to go to the doctor or whatever, leave it in the comments. Alright, we are moving on to part 4, which is cleaning. There will be various messes around your house. As you can see, there is like a dirt smudge right here. All you have to do is basically the same as other games. Place your person onto the dirt or whatever it may be and have them clean it up. Here is another dirt smudge right here. No, he wants to play. All you have to do is place them on and they will clean up the mess. You're going to want to make sure that you keep your house and yard clean because otherwise they can probably get sick. That's how it worked in the other games, so that will probably also make them sick as well. You will also find things like this plastic bag right here laying around in the yard and house, and you can pick them up and bring them to the trash can. Now, I have a couple different trash cans, but if you want to make this easier, just have one trash can and have them carry it to the trash can. I don't mind, so I have more than one trash can because I don't care if they walk all the way across the yard. It doesn't really bother me. But if that bothers you, just have one trash can in one place and they will just bring it all there rather than choosing which trash can they go to. As you can see, I have the trash can right there and then one in the kitchen as well, and they will just choose. They'll even bring something from the house out to the outside one. They just choose whichever one they want, I think. A little extra tip here is talking about collectibles. You'll be able to find collectibles by going into main menu and then collections, and you can see all of the different collectibles you need to collect. But yeah, as you can see, I have finished a few of the collections. The collectibles in this game will show up inside and outside of the house. Here's one right here, and it's a paper. I've already got this one, so they just kind of get rid of it or sell it or whatever. That is an example of what the collectibles can look like. Here is another collectible right here inside of the house. And all you have to do, just like in the other games, is have your person pick it up. But in this game, they don't bring it anywhere. They just pick it up and keep it or sell it. I got a little bit distracted from cleaning because I wanted to tell you guys about collectibles, but I have one more thing to tell you guys about the cleaning, and that is doing laundry. So you'll find laundry all over your house, socks, shirts, and other various pieces of laundry. And unlike the other games where you have to place people on it one at a time, in this game you can just place them right on the washer and they will go and pick up each of the pieces of laundry, bring it to the washer, wash it, and put it on the drying rack. There was no laundry in the house this time, so he didn't have to pick any up, but he did do laundry. So yeah, that is all that there is for cleaning. Now we are going to be moving on to step 5, which is building your house. So building the house is easy but complicated at the same time. So you will end up with some rooms that you will have from the beginning of the game, and they will move them to each lot, or at least that's how it worked for me. And the way you can edit this and change up the rooms or whatever you want to do is you can go right over into the left corner on the bottom, this thing that says Reno. Click on that and you'll be able to paint, decorate, and you can see rooms. So in rooms, you can select any of the rooms you want, and all you have to do is find the place you want to place a room. So for example, right there, you just tap on the room and tap on the space you want to put the room, and you can also move the room around as well and put it other places. As long as it fits, you'll be able to place the room. Now the doors show up a little bit strange in strange places. As you can see, I have a doorway in the bedroom. I don't know why that happens, and I wish that they would fix it or change it, but as of right now, that is how it is. There's just doors in random places in the rooms, but hopefully they change that and figure out a different way for doors to work. As far as building connected rooms, all you have to do is place them close together and they will automatically connect. I will show you very quickly with that same little room. I'll bring it over here, and as you can see, it connected, and there is now a doorway through that room into the other room. And to remove rooms, all you have to do is tap on it and then click the remove room button, and the room will go away. And I think that's pretty much all there is to building. It's kind of hard to figure out layouts, at least for me, but just give it time and you will be able to figure it out. It's actually a fairly easy thing to do, and this way you can have your house however you want, pretty much. There are some limitations, obviously, but you're not limited to one layout of the house like all the other Virtual Families games. Anyways, let's move on to the next tip, which is tip number 6. And this tip is about the game report. So when returning to the game, you will see a little pop-up at the beginning of the game when you first get onto it. I'll show you guys right now. I will show you guys a screenshot of what the pop-up will look when you enter your game, because for some reason it won't pop up for me right now. But anyways, so you'll see this pop up. It'll include all the things that happened while you were out of the game, like if somebody is sick, how much money was made, babies that were born, and more. So you're going to want to make sure that you read that and see what's going on with your little family while you were away from the game. The next thing we're going to be talking about is making money. This is how you can make money in the game. Obviously, they can work on their careers, as my guy is doing right now. You can also make a lot of money by watching ads. Over here on the left, there is this free coin button. You can click that, watch an ad, and you will get coins for each ad. And you can also finish goals by watching ads as well, as you can see in here. And goals will sometimes give you money or points to use for community items. Another way to make money, which is one of, I think, the best ways, is to watch the ad on the game report when you first log onto your game. This ad will double, I think it doubles the money that your people earned while you're away. So you get extra money just for watching the ad, and it will help build your money up really quickly. And yeah, I think that one is one of the best ways to make money in the game, because you guys need the money to buy new clothes, to get food for your people, of course, that's the most important, and medicine for them, and for them to go to the doctor, and buy rooms. You need money for like everything in this game. But one good thing I want to add about this game and money is once you buy an item, you have that item unlimited, so you can just add a bunch of whatever, and you don't have to keep buying them over and over. As you can see, I'm just placing these trees. I don't have to buy a bunch of trees. Not necessarily trees, that was just what I used as an example because it was there. And so yeah, those are some ways that you can make money, probably the easiest ways to make money in this game. Let's move on to the last tip that I have for you guys, number 8. So the last thing we're going to be talking about is starting a family. So once you have a person, it'll take a little while for marriage proposals to come in, and they will look like a little red exclamation point above the person's head. All you'll have to do is tap on that and you will see the marriage proposal. You can either accept or reject. I'll have a video that kind of shows more details about this. It is a video about all the marriages in all the Virtual Families games, but it shows more details about this game's marriage proposals as well, so I'll try to remember to put that in the comments or in the description. Anyways, you'll have that little notification above their head. All you have to do is click on it, and then you will see the marriage proposal. You can accept or reject it, and then if you reject it, it'll take a few minutes for another one to show up. You can watch some ads or decorate in between the marriage proposals. Once you accept one, I would say for starting out, you should choose a man and woman so that they can have kids together and you don't have to save up money to adopt kids. People do seem to age fairly quick in this game compared to the other Virtual Families games, so you're going to want to make sure that they have kids right away. As you can see, my people do not have any kids. And if they don't have kids, and you had to start a new generation, you'll lose your family tree as of right now. I hope they change that to where you don't lose your family tree, but you'll keep all your house and all your money, but you will lose your family tree, and you will have to start a whole new family tree if they don't have any kids, which maybe you're fine with. If so, that's fine, then they don't have to have kids. Or you can try to save up to adopt, but if you want to have your people have kids and not adopt any kids, choose a man and woman and just place them together. They will cuddle, or that's what it says, and then they will either have a kid or not. My people are fairly old and they do have an adoption pending, so hopefully they'll be able to adopt the kid, because for some reason I was just on this game either yesterday or the day before, and my guy was 19 and now he was 40 today when I came on the game. They age very quickly and he hasn't had any kids yet, so hopefully they will be able to adopt or have a kid soon. But yeah, all you have to do is place them together as I showed you, and then they will either have a baby or they won't. The baby will show up in a little crib at like one of the front doors. For some reason it likes to put mine at this garage, which I haven't showed this off yet in a video, but this is a little hangout office room thing that I created. And yeah, anyways guys, that is how you can start a family. As I said, you can also adopt kids. All you have to do is go to the family tree, click the adopt button, but as you can see there's already adoption in progress for me, but it costs like 1,400 coins for each kid. You don't get to choose who they adopt. Sometimes it'll be a baby, sometimes it'll be a kid, and it'll either approve you or not approve you. So yeah, that is all for having a family. Like I said, I'm not the best at explaining things, so if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. Anyways guys, I think that is all for today's video. If you guys need any more information, please let me know down in the comments. I plan to have another video coming out that is similar to this, but more of like tips rather than how to play. So if you guys want to see that, please let me know and leave a thumbs up and I will make that video, because I plan on making it. But let me know if you guys want to see that as well. Like I said, leave any questions you may have down in the comments, and I hope this video was helpful, and have fun playing Virtual Families Communities. Welcome, and I'll see you all next time. Alright guys, bye! And you can click that watch an ad and you will get coins